The Kenya National Chambers of Commerce President, Dr. Rutto, is right here to speak about their mandate and over that, the upcoming summit, which is a global one, first time happening right here in Kenya. Welcome to the Trading Bell. Let's go to the conversation. Dr. Rutto, welcome to the show.
Thank you very much, and yes. I'm happy to be at the Nairobi Securities Exchange today, the Trading Bell.
Yes.
That's what you call it?
Yes, that's it.
Thank you. Yeah.
Thank you so much
Great.
for that.
Yes.
I would like to start from a very basic level and really talking of your mandate, and we're talking about the Kenya National Chambers of Commerce and Industry. Some people would be hearing probably this for the first time, but they may not know that you have existed for quite some time. But really, why do you exist? Why do Kenyans really need to have an interest on you?
Okay, thank you very much.
Yeah.
I would think that most of the Kenyans and especially the business community are not hearing about Kenya National Chamber of Commerce and Industry for the first time.
First time, yes.
I think it is their home.
Yeah.
And I'm sure you don't only hear about your home, but you live in your home.
Yes.
So Kenya National Chamber of Commerce, we are celebrating our 60th anniversary since it started.
60 years.
Yeah, 60 years.
Wow.
Yes. And as like any other professional body, the Chamber of Commerce is a business membership organization. Mm-hmm. And our vision is to be able to represent and promote the Kenya's economy through protection of the interests of the businesses of Kenya. Yeah. Through networking and also through informing policy and lobbying for the right policy for investment and doing business in Kenya. Yes.
All right. Talking about advocating, and I love the fact that there's also the levels of networking and helping businesses. I just wanted you to elaborate a little bit more on the advocating part of it. Is it just locally, or is it even in the regional sphere, international sphere, markets and the likes?
Okay. Yeah. Currently in Kenya, and to inform you how we advocate, is that we do have 47 chapters of the chamber. Of course,
that is in the 47 counties?
Yeah, mirroring the 47 counties.
Excellent.
Yeah, whereby we have membership in those 47 chapters, and we have a board in each and every chapter. And through this mechanism, these 47 chapters come and form the National Federation, which is at the headquarters here, which I chair as a president of the chamber. And in terms of, for us to be able to advocate, we need to listen, we need to collect the data of businesses across this country. Yeah. So KNCCI is the largest business membership organization in terms of spread and in terms of size. Okay. And we do have over 50,000 companies that belong to Kenya National Chambers of Commerce. We also have another category of membership through business associations that goes to approximately 2 million businesses. And as you know, the SMEs that are there in Kenya is approximately 7 million, 7.5. So out of that, to be able to have approximately over 2 million businesses being affiliated to Kenya National Chambers of Commerce, truly in terms of its spread and across Kenya, across the grassroots, is that we are able to collect information. Okay. And to be able to help us, we have those tools. We usually do what we call the business barometer, which we usually do it quarterly. Okay. I'm sure you must have attended the last Q4 of 2024. And we are now in the process of collecting that business information across our members across the country. So this is usually a forward-looking kind of collecting that business information. Yeah. So we do collect of what are the business opportunities that we do have, what is the cost of doing business, what is the ease of doing business, how is the regulatory environmental platform, and of course we do compare ourselves with our peers. Yeah. Because also we do belong to the Pan-African Chambers of Commerce. Okay. We also belong to the World Chamber Federation through the International Chambers of Commerce. Right. So we're able to see how competitive is Kenya compared to what we have in almost all those kinds of sections I told you. Cost of doing business, ease of doing business. Okay. Yes, and of course the opportunities that businesses do have.
Excellent.
Yes.
Speaking about ensuring we have a competitive environment and we have ease of doing business, I just wanted us to just put some color on the framework of the Africa Continental Free Trade Area. And I don't know from where you sit, where you would say we are at. Are we faring on well? Is it working?
Okay, just before that, you did ask whether we do participate in terms of international advocacy.
Yeah.
As I told you, we belong to the Pan-African Chambers of Commerce, and we have a seat at the African Union.
Yeah.
So through that kind of collecting information through the Chambers of Africa, we're able to sit, contribute to the economic direction at the African Union.
Yes.
Internationally, our Secretary General of the International Chambers of Commerce as a seat under at World Trade Organization, WTO. And also we do have a session with the United Nations General Assembly.
Okay.
So in terms of participating in terms of international advocacy, we do. But specifically for Kenya National Chambers of Commerce is that we are affiliated to 177 chambers. We have gone a step further since actually 59 years. We did open 2 international offices so that we can be able to protect our market of our goods. And we did open one in China. And I want to report to you that in the first 12 months, we were able to export goods of over $3.2 million US for the first time for the new market. And we have an officer there. So what happens there? They look at after the interest of our exports. And also we are also looking at what are the trade regulations of that country. So we have an office in China, Hunan.
Okay.
3 months ago, we also did a satellite office in Dubai. We are being hosted by the Dubai Chambers of Commerce and Industry. Okay. We know most of the SMEs have problems exporting to Dubai, especially the fresh produce exporters. They don't know how the market environment is. They don't know the regulatory aspect of the export, the payment model. Sometimes they're not paid for the goods that they have exported. So we have established a clinic at the Kenya National Chambers of Commerce and also gone to Dubai to have a satellite office there so that if there is any dispute, we are there quickly on ground to do arbitration. Because if you're talking about you exporting meat, fresh produce such as French beans, or even fruits like avocado, mangoes to Dubai, it can't wait for 1 or 2 more days at the port. It has to be sorted there and then. So those are some of the advocacy issues and facilitation that we do for businesses.
Okay.
Yes.
I just wanted to ask you, because as you're speaking, I was thinking, and I have seen the government as well as moving to consolidate some of the organs that we have, boards like the Kenya Invest and all those kind of people, and looking at so we don't have duplication and all that kind of thing. I don't know, what are your sentiments on that? Is this a good move towards really streamlining how Kenyans can trade?
From where I sit, and I think it has been a conversation currently, that Kenya, we are overrepresented in terms of too much government. Actually, from where I sit, I would say we should even go further to be able to reduce the size of government. Because you see, we are collecting approximately, I think, last year, did we do 2.4 trillion? I think this year our target is around 2.7, 2.8 trillion. I hope we get there, but you see the economy is not growing while the taxes are going up. So what is happening? It means we are squeezing the private sector more. We are squeezing the capital. And of course, you know, if capital moves to government, they're inefficient. So therefore, I would say, I think those are some of the signs of the disease that we are having. So the cabinet approval of merging several government agencies truly is in the good direction.
Okay. 2-part question, Dr. Erick.
Thank you.
When you look at the business environment, which is your bread and butter, every single day you are chewing that, what would you say is the greatest challenge that you see right now facing the business ecosystem in the country, as well as the greatest opportunity that you see for the business environment in the country? What would you say are those?
Okay, from where I sit is that, and this is from data.
Yes.
When we collect data from the businesses, the last one, actually Q4, we did collection of 1,111 businesses across. And Makiu, the highest number of the respondents came from Marsabit. I'm sure the data that we collect is much more elitist. You'll get maybe majority from maybe urban centers.
Yes.
So the first thing that they said is access to finance. That was the first thing as a very, very big challenge. The second, and very closely, so if it was a marathon, was over-regulation and over-taxation.
Finance and regulation.
And over-regulation.
Over-regulation.
Yes. Therefore, I come back to the basics.
Yes.
I grew up as a child in the 80s. And of course, what you did as a child in most of those times. If you are well clothed, you food. So the clothing that I used to wear at that time was made by a tailor in the shopping center next to my village. You getting?
Yes.
So right now, apart from school uniforms, which are made in our shopping centers, all the other fashion clothing is imported. We import our textile finished 90%.
Yeah.
So that is where I see the largest opportunity.
Wow.
Agriculture.
Textile.
We know about agriculture. Of course, we're told there are around 5.3 million farmers on full-time agriculture. Our agriculture is around 27% direct and another maybe 25% indirect. So around 52% of our sector is agriculture.
Yeah.
If we look at the economies globally, especially the current emerging economies, if you go to Southeast Asia, if you go to China, that have developed, they moved their industry from agriculture to modern industrialization.
Okay.
But they first start by making sure that the agricultural system is efficient.
It's efficient.
So we have to make it efficient here in Kenya.
Wow.
Both, so we have quite a number of our experiences in the private sector, but I would say, I think as Kenyans, we are lucky.
Yeah.
Because the literacy level is very high, the skills are very high. What has happened?
Yeah.
We have taken, our Kenyans have gone to learn, have gone to work outside the country.
Yeah. Okay.
And I would say it's the right thing to do because I'll give you some scenarios and I hope you have time to listen.
No, go ahead.
After the Second World War, when the Japanese were shocked when they were defeated, what did they do? They sent the young people to Europe and America to learn and to come back to Japan. And the reason why today Toyota, when you go on the road, they say the car in front of you is always
A Toyota.
It was an happening in 1972. And in 1972, they said the engine mechanism, the carburetor, was producing a lot of fumes that were toxic to the environment.
Yeah.
So there was a move, there was a regulation in the US that we have to reduce the emissions.
Yeah.
So it was a Japanese engineer who was studying in the US that solved that for Toyota.
Wow.
Do you know before 1972, Toyota was not it was not heard of. But right now, it's one of the largest auto industries in this country. So they did the right thing to go and learn from outside.
Yeah.
So even for Kenyans, when they go outside
Go learn.
and they go work or learn, they will come back with technology. So what I would say is that we are lucky because as a country, we have diaspora sending in remittance. Because if you talk about our current accounts, our negative trade balance is 1.6 trillion. So it means if you're in a household, and there are 5.3 million farmers.
Yeah.
It means however hard you try to bring maybe your daily bread in terms of maybe you have unga, you have milk and this, you still have a shortage of 1 to 6.
Yeah.
So what is happening for Kenya? It means we have diaspora remittance, we have tourism, which is sorting us.
Okay.
But if those are not sustainable going to the future, so it means we have to build our industry.
Wow.
Yes.
Thanks for the context.
Yes.
We want to talk about WCF, that is the World Chambers Federation conference happening here, and they just came from a summit just to really set the pace for what is happening. But first, Daktari, let's talk about this conference that is about to happen. Tell us a little bit about it and why you're excited to host it right here in Kenya.
Okay.
Yes.
So thank you very much. Chambers of Commerce and Industry has come together as a global family under the World Chamber Federation.
Yeah.
It is now 70 years old.
70.
Yes.
Wow.
United Nations, I think it was formed in 1948. I think close to it. Closely, I think maybe 73 years or 74 years.
Yeah.
So it is almost as old as United Nations General Assembly. Why we are very excited is that Africans are telling their story in African soil. And I'm happy to report to you that the World Chamber Federation, which is a yearly summit, it is actually akin to Olympics when it comes to sports or athletics.
That's big.
So it's for the first time that the World Chamber Federation is coming to Africa. The World Chamber Federation is a family of 45 million companies.
45 million.
Yes, and if you count the top 10 largest companies, they are members of the World Chamber Federation.
Wow.
10% of those, around 4.5 million companies, do international trade. So therefore, hosting this event is very prestigious.
Wow.
For Kenya,
Yes.
and for Africa.
Okay.
It is a sign of endorsement that the largest business organization globally that has a seat at the World Trade Organization,
Yeah.
it has a session at United Nations General Assembly, UNGA, is a big endorsement for Kenya.
Excellent.
It's like when Kenya wins
Yes.
Olympics to host Olympics.
Yes.
So this event,
Yes.
we did bid with our brothers and sisters
Yeah.
across the continent,
Yeah.
and we're lucky that we are endorsed. So it's a serious endorsement for Kenya, first, because of the facilities that we have, because of the vibrant private sector,
Okay.
and the private Kenya National Chamber of Commerce and Industry.
What does it mean for businesses, or what opportunities lie for businesses within this conference?
Okay.
Yeah.
So if you host a big international event,
Yeah.
what happens after that? The first thing is people start knowing what is in Kenya, what's in
Absolutely.
Africa. So the
Yes.
first, that is one of the outcomes that already
Yeah.
the globe is aware that they're coming to Africa and they're coming to Kenya.
Yeah.
So I think, first of all, in terms of marketing Kenya, we're already marketing it.
Okay.
But secondly is that we are going to host 4,500 professional business delegates,
Yeah.
and another around 500 policymakers, high-level government officers composing of head of states. And we also provide an opportunity for B2B in terms of hosting over 350 exhibitions here, composed of all sizes, all sectors of businesses, from large multinational corporations to SMEs.
Yeah.
So therefore, this is an opportunity for Kenya and Africa to be able to show to the world what Africa has to offer.
Wow.
So what we are telling the African businesses is to come and exhibit what Africa is offering.
Yeah.
So the theme is the Africa that is integrated, innovative,
Yeah.
and going to the future in terms of sustainable.
Yeah.
So what we've asked our peers
Yes.
is to bring their best of the industry. We also have the opportunity for the startups and the young people, because we know this is the future.
Yeah.
So we're going to have that. So we're going to provide maybe country pavilions, and for Kenya, county pavilions.
Okay.
So that the SMEs who might not be able to exhibit in individual booths can be able to exhibit as a county.
Okay.
So it will be an opportunity for them to sell what they have.
Okay.
On the other side, in terms of services, is maybe in the digital world, we'll have conferences, specialized forums that we can be able to share the experiences, the ideas, and the skills that we have as a country and we have as Africa. So
Okay.
it's a huge opportunity for Kenya. So if you are looking, and also we are going to beam this online. So imagine being exposed to 45 million companies across the globe.
It's big.
It's a huge opportunity.
It's big.
And we depend on the media
Yes.
to be able to help us shout
Yes.
about this event.
Absolutely.
It's going to happen in April from 9, 10, and 11th,
Oh, yeah.
2025.
Okay. And how do I participate if I'm a business?
Okay, you go to Kenya National Chamber's website. You'll see a microsite of World Chamber Federation
Okay.
website. You'll be able to register yourself. You'll choose, do you want to be a professional delegate? Do you want to be a speaker? Do you want to be an exhibitor? Do you want to be a sponsor? And there are all benefits in that platform. And there's a link that you can register. If you need further information, you can be able to send us an email. You can, there is a line that you can call, and we can have curated clinics on what is required. I'm urging,
Yes.
especially Kenya,
Yeah.
the private sector, give us the opportunities that you want. Do you want to export any product that you're producing? Do you have a ready product for export, even if you're not exporting?
Yeah.
Do you have a service that you think you can sell it globally or sell it in Africa? Please give us that information. Give us in that micro website.
Yeah.
We're also looking at big tickets investments for Kenya and for Africa.
Yeah.
And we are looking at least shortlisting we're asking for 5 public-private partnership, 5 private joint ventures, and we'll be able to put it, and we curate it over a period of 2 months, so that by the time businesses are signing MOUs or even contractual issues. We should have curated so that we can be able now, because most conferences, people come and they meet for the first time. This is different because you start meeting now and you prepare yourself and you see whether you fit. So I think, just to understate, it's a big opportunity for you to sell ourselves, sell our products, attract investment, and create new partners. Even if business doesn't happen, new partners.
Excellent.
Thank you. Great. Yes.
Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you very much.
That is Dr. Rutto, the Chamber President right here at the Kenya Chamber of Commerce and Industry. And we appreciate your time. And really, he has spoken and said, you better, especially as a business, participate in the upcoming conference. Thank you so much for your time. I leave you now with the markets.